The movie begins in 2029 about a technologically advanced human society that has overlooked the well-being of other Earth species, leading to the destruction of wildlife habitats due to urban sprawl. The story shifts to the US Air Force Space Station Oberon, where Leo is training a chimpanzee, Pericles, for space travel as part of primate intelligence experiments. After a training session, an incoming electromagnetic storm interrupts a video message to Leo and disrupts Earth's radio signals. Despite Leo's objections, the captain insists on sending a primate to investigate the storm before risking a human life. Consequently, Pericles is launched into the storm, but his pod goes off course and disappears. Concerned about Pericles' disappearance, Leo disregards his captain's objections and ventures into the storm in a second pod. He spots Pericles' pod just before losing contact with Oberon due to an energy surge that also disrupts his own course. After another surge restores power to his pod, he crash lands on an unknown planet. Leo finds himself in a forest where humans are fleeing from armored horse-riding apes. He is captured and discovers a world where apes rule and humans are enslaved, mirroring our treatment of animals. In town, he sees a society similar to Earth's, but with humans as slaves. His attempts to communicate are met with silence. As their wagon passes, young apes pelt the humans with rocks, halted by a female chimp named Ari. Upon arrival, an orangutan merchant, Limbo, purchases all the humans. They are quickly yanked from the cage and herded like livestock, including the children and elderly, into new enclosures. Fade, along with his family and Attar, arrive to inspect the new acquisitions. It's revealed that Leo's group had been pilfering food from Fade's orchard, prompting Limbo to suggest a harsh deterrent for future thefts. Attar buys a human girl as a pet for his niece, leashing her with a collar. Ari watches them leave Limbo's prison, appalled by the apes' treatment of humans. In the customer's absence, Limbo's men brand the humans until Ari intervenes. It elicits sympathy by showing a young woman being branded, a mark she'll bear for life. Ari stands up for the humans, leading to a heated argument with Limbo. During an argument, Leo seizes a discarded branding iron and takes Ari hostage. Limbo merely laments the potential loss of merchandise. Unseen, Leo seeks Ari's help. Amid the chaos, Diana, a blonde woman, escapes but is swiftly recaptured by Limbo. To rescue them, Ari purchases Leo and Diana. At Ari's home, her father, Senator Sandar, expresses frustration over her acquisitions. They return to their dinner party, leaving the human slaves to clean the kitchen. Alone with Diana, Leo grabs a knife and plans an escape, but is thwarted by Krull, the household head. Under Krull's watchful eye, Leo serves the apes, including guest Senator Nado and his wife Nova. Attar and Thady arrive, with Thade venting his frustrations about his dying father and his struggles with the humans. Despite his desire to expel the humans, they outnumber his forces. Nado and Nova express their disdain for humans, but Ari defends them, seeing their potential. Her views are met with laughter. Leo serves food, but Thade knocks him down, mockingly searching for a soul. The guests laugh, disturbing Ari, who leaves. In the garden, Thade interrupts Ari's writing to declare his love, which she knows is aimed at her father's influence. After she dismisses him, Thade leaves on his horse, and two soldiers bring something to his attention. That night, Leo, caged with other slaves, uses a stolen knife to free himself, Diana, and Taval. Soldiers unknowingly lead Thade to Leo's crashed pod's site. To ensure secrecy, Thade eliminates the soldiers. Leo's group reaches Limbo's prison, freeing Karubi, Diana's father, and tribesmen Ganar and Byrne. Their escape alerts soldiers and they free a human girl, earlier bought as a pet, from Thade's niece's room. Cornered by Ari and Krull, the humans are skeptical of Ari's plan to save them, using her status. Leo persuades Ari to aid their escape, promising to reveal something world-changing. Agreeing, Ari leaves the child in her home, deeming the escape route too perilous. During their flight, Attar spots them, and Karubi sacrifices himself for the others. Vade orders Attar to eliminate all human escapees except Leo. Learning of Ari's assistance to the humans, Vade is enraged but plans to falsely claim Ari was coerced to gain Senate support. The group reaches the city outskirts, where a grieving Diana and Ari have a heated exchange. Despite Krull's advice to return, Ari persists. They arrive at the pond where Leo's pod crashed. Fearful of drowning, a common ape fear, Ari keeps her distance. Leo and Diana dive into the pond, discovering the dead soldiers. Leo retrieves a bag from his pod containing a gun and a communication device, revealing Oberon's presence on the planet. Leo discloses his origin from a planet where apes are zoo inhabitants and humans rule, piquing everyone's curiosity. A scuffle ensues when Limbo attacks Gunner, leading to Byrne's capture. Leo fires his gun, startling everyone. Under threat, Limbo surrenders as Ari pleads for his life. Leo spots him reaching for a weapon and fires, opting to take Limbo prisoner rather than kill him. Once calm is restored, Krull confiscates and breaks Leo's gun, unwilling to entrust such a weapon to a human. Despite their alliance, Krull and Ari still view humans as inferior. Concurrently, Sandar seeks Thade's help to find his daughter. Thade sees this opportunity to persuade Sandar to impose martial law, granting him full authority to expel humans from their territory. Concerned for his daughter, Sandar consents. After his discussion with Sandar, Thade is urgently summoned to his father. The following day, Leo guides the group to his ship. He reveals that on Earth, deforestation nearly wiped out apes, with survivors used for experiments. Ari is horrified, and Leo admits that Earth's humans are even more harmful to each other. Ari is captivated by his knowledge, but Leo remains indifferent to her apparent flirtation. Thade visits his dying father, Zaius, who questions Leo's origins. Zaius discloses that apes were once human slaves and instructs Thade to break an urn, revealing an ancient handgun symbolizing human danger. He urges Thade to prevent Leo from reaching Kalima, a restricted area housing historical evidence. Enraged at humans, Zaius dies. Later, the group nears Kalima, believed by apes to be their origin and the place where Simos will resurrect. Ari, however, doubts these religious tales. As they approach Oberon, they encounter an army camp. They steal horses at night to cross a river, with Leo using a flare gun to distract the army. The soldiers give chase as Leo disrupts their camp and sets tents ablaze, alarming Attar. Ari falls from her startled horse. Leo throws a torch into Attar's tent, incinerating his religious altar. Enraged, Attar throws chains at Leo, causing him to lose his horse. Leo finds Ari on the shore and carries her, while apes hurl torches at them. Amidst this, Krull and Attar exchange hostile glances across the river. Leo and Ari successfully cross the river. Attar informs Thade about their escape, prompting the furious general to rally his ape soldiers for a full-scale battle. At their camp, Ari reveals Krull's past as a general and his subsequent downfall after opposing Thade, leading to a rift between him and his former mentee, Attar. Noticing Diana's interest in Leo, Ari confides that while the others see Leo as their savior, she understands that Leo's primary goal is to return home. The following day, the group arrives at Oberon, now in ruins. Leo frantically searches for his crew, finding the ship deserted. He uncovers a warning on the wall: "Caution, live animals," next to the ape holding facility. Inside, he finds ape cages and a control room, which he accesses using a fingerprint scanner. He connects his communication device to the control panel, powering up Oberon to view the ship's log. The log reveals a mayday from an old man and the story of his crew's crash landing while searching for him. The experimental apes aided the crew's survival until Simos, one of the apes, led a coup marking the beginning of ape dominance. Leo is shocked to realize his role in these events. His crew died searching for him, and the apes took over the planet. The warp he encountered before reaching the planet transported him forward in time, allowing him to witness the aftermath of Oberon's final voyage. Outside, human tribes gather around Oberon, hoping to meet Leo, the man who defied the apes. However, Leo keeps his distance, unwilling to shoulder the responsibility they place on him. In the evening, Byrne alerts the group to an approaching ape army. Leo tells the tribe to escape while he distracts the apes, but they refuse to leave him. A touching moment between Diana and Leo incites Ari's jealousy. Later, Ari seeks forgiveness from Thade, who accuses her of plotting to exchange herself for the humans' lives, rejects her, and brands her hand before sending her away. The next morning, Ari joins Leo as he revisits the video log. Leo notices her branded hand and empathizes with her. Later, Leo finds a full fuel tank on Oberon, sparking an idea. As sunset approaches and Thade's army arrives, The tribes prepare for battle. Despite orders, Byrne rides to the front lines. Thade's initial attack prompts the group to retreat. Frightened, Byrne loses control of his horse, trapping himself underneath. Leo rushes to his aid, leading them back to the ship on foot. As pursuing Apes near Oberon, Leo triggers an explosion using the remaining fuel. The blast disrupts the first wave of soldiers, allowing the humans to counterattack the injured Apes. In a fit of rage, Thade leads his army into battle, resulting in chaos. Ari rescues Diana, who is outnumbered, and they find a safe spot where Diana notices Ari's branded hand. Meanwhile, Mater and Crawl engage in a fierce fight, with Crawl being defeated. Thade easily overpowers the humans until he encounters Leo. He throws Leo around and is about to beat him when an explosion from above halts the war. A light descends from the sky, revealing Pericles' pod. The sight leaves everyone in awe, and the apes bow to Pericles, believing him to be their ancestor Semos. Leo cautiously approaches the pod to reunite with Pericles. Carrying a bag with a gun, he's distracted when Pericles recognizes Oberon and rushes in. This allows Thade to attack Leo. Ari attempts to help, but is easily repelled. Leo retrieves his bag and enters the ship. Thade assaults him, but Pericles intervenes, only to be harshly pushed away by Thade, causing him to hit a wall. Leo shoots Thade in the shoulder with the gun, shattering his armor. Thade disarms Leo, sending the gun flying into the control room. Before Leo can retrieve it, Thade beats him down and seizes the gun. As Thade examines the weapon, Leo surrenders and slowly moves towards the control room. Attar arrives just as Thade aims at Leo. Thade fires, but Leo shuts the bulletproof door, causing the bullet to ricochet within the control room. Thade, trapped and outnumbered, desperately bangs on the door and orders Attar to kill Leo. Leo reveals to Attar how humans and intelligent apes initially cooperated until Semos seized control. Attar sides with Leo, leaving Thade to plead with Ari, who responds by showing him the brand he marked her with. Thade, in a fit of rage, fires continuously at the door from inside the control room, until he finally hides in fear and surrenders. Leo finds Pericles injured in his old cage. Despite being a test subject, Pericles viewed his cage as home, retreating to it in fear. Limbo inadvertently activates Pericles' pod, revealing it still works and has the storm's coordinates, giving Leo hope of returning to Earth. Despite Ares' pleas, Leo decides to leave. After bidding farewell to Ari and Diana, he leaves Pericles with Ari and departs in the pod. As it vanishes into space, all watch in awe. Leo locates the electromagnetic storm and travels back in time. He finds Earth and heads home, ignoring air traffic control's warnings to abort. The movie ends as he crash lands near the Lincoln Memorial, only to find it replaced with a monument for General Thade. And with that, the movie ends. We hope you enjoyed our recap. Like the video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing recaps. See you in the next one.